Hello.
Okay, we're live.
There we go.
We ready? I'd like to welcome everybody to the Eureka Springs Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. It is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021, and it is 6:01 p.m. Mr. Day, would you give us a call of order?
Happy to do so. So we have Carmen Burton.
Here.
Dave Hartman here. Scott Barton.
Here.
Sue Hubbard.
Here.
Scott Miskell.
Here.
Ruth Hager.
Here.
And Kevin Ruley is on Zoom.
Okay.
Sorry, here.
All right.
There he is.
All right. We need approval of the agenda for tonight.
A motion that we approve the agenda for this evening's meeting.
Motion made.
I second.
Second by Ruth. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition?
Aye.
So noted. We'll move to chairman's comments. This is the middle of the year.
If there are any public comments, you got to open it up for that.
Oh, I didn't see. Do we have any public comments today? None? Okay, thank you. Chairman's comments. Today is the end of the second quarter for 2021. And after reviewing our financial statements, we're in a position where our revenue meets the projected income we had projected for 2021. And also, our expenditures are under budget at about 45% instead of 50%. So we're holding our own and we're meeting budget, and our income is up. We have had success in the shuttle operations. My calculations show that we're operating at about a 50% profit margin on that. And talking with Scott, there was approximately 1,100 riders in the past 3 months. That's quite a few people that have ridden our shuttle system, and it's profitable, and that's well to be said at this point in time. I know we've had several expenditures throughout LLCP, major renovations, including in town. I'm going to defer some of this discussion to Scott because I don't want to duplicate, because there's a lot probably he wants to talk about. So at this point in time, I'm going to defer to Scott Miskell, Interim Director, for comments.
Thank you. Actually have a lot, so I have to talk fast. We have had a lot of good reports just over the last 6 or 7 hours. I'll start with just commenting on the financials. The financial statements, I think, accurately reflect, I know accurately reflect our income and expenditures. You will note still that they are a little difficult sometimes to follow, and I'm at the point, in fact, I've already started to work on remedying that. It's kind of a tedious process. You have to go account by account and put them under proper subheadings, and but next time around it'll be a lot easier to see. Plus, the fact that we have 2020 comparisons makes this about a 9-page document instead of a 4-page document, because a lot of the accounts that showed up for 2020 just we don't use anymore. So the looks of it and the ease of digesting these will definitely improve by the time you next see a set of them. Delighted to report that I've had some, just in the last hour, some great news on Basin Park. As I think you all know, the core sampling was done a few weeks ago by the geotech company. I spoke with Bill, the engineer who is designing a fix for that, and he was pleasantly surprised with what he found from the core samples. He said our biggest problem is just the gaps in the concrete, which has allowed water to infiltrate over time, and because there's tunnels there, it's allowed water to flow and undermine the concrete. I'm meeting with him Friday to talk about specifics, but we're leaning towards, or he's leaning towards, recommending that we just pour concrete, resurface the entire thing. We could do that on top of the existing concrete, and we use what's called post-tension concrete, which instead of the expansion joints, you actually have like pipes that run through it, and then cables that are drawn really tight, and that pulls that concrete together and keeps it from separating as it cracks. And it makes a monolithic slab that just kind of floats on any irregularities. And so that's what he's going to recommend. That's great news in two regards. I was concerned we were going to have to spend thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in excavation and pilings and whatnot, where in reality, and then I was also hoping that we could refinish the surface, but in reality, all of that underground stuff that would have been so expensive and not visible, we're going to be able to probably just do away with, and the fix becomes a brand new surface, and so to me that's great news.
Scott, does that raise the level of the park?
It would raise it 4 inches. Yes.
We got to put another step or something? Is that gonna...
What, you know, the engineer will work all that out. I would have to do something like that, but that's minor compared to all the excavation and other things that I was imagining. So that's just great news. The other thing that I was delighted to hear is we've been trying to get the pavilion or gazebo at the East Mountain Overlook painted. It was looking terrible. It had so much graffiti, and then somebody had slathered some wood filler on it, and we couldn't get hold of the painting contractor, which, by the way, I would state is Nemo's, and he did it for cost. He threw in his labor for free. So in essence, we're going to pay for the paint. So I thank him very much that we were able to get, I just was there half an hour ago, and it looks very nice. So, so that's good that that was done. The pavilion restoration out at Lake Leatherwood City Park, the timber framing is finished. I hope everyone's either been by or at least seen pictures of it. Sal's work out there is impeccable. I mean, I'm impressed, very, very impressed. We still need the roof on it, which is supposed to be done next week, assuming they come in on time. And I spoke with Stacy, who would be doing the floor, and he was on a waiting list for concrete, but expects that it will be next week or at the latest the following week. So that project should be completely done in a couple of weeks, but it's just, it looks amazing. I'm really glad that we did that. We have tried to address the pig situation. Sam Dudley and I spent a full day out there with the gentleman from Game and Fish, and unfortunately our pigs seem to know that they can stay in the little hollows and steep areas, and the traps that you've already voted to have us sell just can't be set up in those areas. We tried 1 or 2 spots, but they're not going into those areas. So the pig brig trap that we purchased just came in, and we'll be trying that over the next week or two, and I'm optimistic about that. We totally revised all of the job descriptions and kind of brought them up to date, added some duties and responsibilities to a lot of them. Striping and signage at Magnetic Park has been done. We were having parking issues. People were using that as a trailhead, and or shuttles were waiting there to pick up customers, and so we now have striping and signage to minimize the parking. We have had issues of septic backups at Lake Leatherwood, and in fact serious septic issues. I believe we are now to the bottom of that. We know that there's a bend in the line. You try to avoid that sort of thing, but we know where the sewer lines are, septic lines, and there is a bend in one of them, and we're just getting accumulations there. So it's something that we've hopefully gotten cleaned out, and may have to do some digging and revise that situation a little bit. I have interviewed an architect and engineering firm, Crafton Tull, related to site plans, which will be the first step to complete master plan for Lake Leatherwood City Park, and also for some work at Harmon Park. They're also going to give us a proposal for the railing of the, at the dam. I just got off the phone with one of the employees there, asking some questions about the dam railing, and so I know they're kind of in the works of that. They said hopefully by the end of the week we'll have a proposal. We've totally rebuilt the stairs at Gadd Springs. They were just rotten and becoming becoming dangerous. We're getting a bid for major road repairs at Lake Leatherwood. Let's see. Oh, I do, a quick note on historical issues related to the pavilion. I've had at least 2 questions related to that, and I want to assure people that we made that as historically accurate as possible. I confirmed with the contractor who did that he did as he was instructed to do. He measured each of those pieces, and they're identical in length and shape and whatnot as the ones that were removed. So we did as accurate of a restoration as possible. Briefly on the glade restorations, I know Steve Dickey is here. Steve, would you just wave so everyone can see you? I'm hoping to have Stephen come and talk for about 5 minutes at the next workshop. He's the one that has really been behind the glade restoration project. In fact, he and I have spent some days out there, not recently, he has recently, but over the winter he and I spent time out there cutting cedars, and he's just tireless in his volunteerism. He sent me 2 days ago preliminary work on a draft or on a grant application that could fund quite a bit of that work. And so I continue to thank Stephen for his help and his dedication to parks. I think I mentioned last time we had rebuilt the bridge that was in decay at Black Bass Lake, but if I didn't, that has been rebuilt. The parking lot expanded, porta potty put in. The only thing that we're waiting on to kind of finish the work we had out there was we've ordered the roofing materials to re-roof the roof over the kiosk, and that just has not come in yet. So been busy, and it's starting to really show. I'm proud of the people we have working for us. We have a good team, and we're getting a lot done. Thank you.
Good news. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. We'll move on to committee reports. Ms. Carmen?
I have no report.
Okay. Any of the committee reports that I know of? Okay. Kevin, can you still hear us?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, we'll move on to old business. Being none, we'll move on to new business. Item number 1, approval of minutes from October 7th, 2020, special meeting, October 15th, 2020, special meeting, and October 15th. So that's the 7th, 15th, and 20th. I need a motion to approve.
I move we approve the meeting minutes from the October 7th, 2020 special meeting.
Do you want to do them separately or all together?
I think you need to do them separately.
Separately, yeah.
Okay, do them separately. Have a motion to approve the meetings for October 7th, 2020 special meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Carmen. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Point of order. Given that Kevin Ruley is out of country, perhaps somebody should consider modifying the motion to authorize Scott Barden to sign the minutes. The reason we are doing these now is they weren't done in October, and we're in the midst of an audit process, and they will need to be signed before we can submit them.
I think, I mean, as As vice chair, I believe in Kevin's absence, Scott is authorized to do all the duties of the chair, I believe.
Yeah,
Very well.
I think so, too.
Kevin, is
I
that what-
agree, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dave, for the minute, just to clarify, I didn't vote on that. I wasn't present, but I don't have objections to it.
Okay, very good. Thank you for clarifying that.
Okay, so motion,
So it was Ruth and Carmen. And so 4-0 with, four with one abstention.
Right.
okay. I need a motion to approve the meeting minutes for the special meeting on October 15th, 2020.
So moved?
So moved. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Carmen. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition?
Aye.
Aye.
So Sue, same deal?
Yes.
Very good.
Next item, I need approval of the minutes for the special meeting on October 20th, 2020. Need a motion?
I move we approve for the regular meeting, October 20, 2020, approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Second by Carmen. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition?
Aye.
Any opposition? So moved. Sue, did you abstain on that
I
one?
just abstained.
Okay, I want to make sure. Okay. Item number 2, on new business, approval of second quarter 2021 financial statements. I need a motion to approve the second quarter financial statements and to direct the interim director to attach a copy to the minutes of this meeting.
I move that we approve the second quarter 2021 financial statements and that the director attach a copy to the minutes of this meeting.
Motion made. Need a second?
I'll second.
Second by Carmen. Any discussion?
I had one question.
Yes, ma'am.
I noticed there was 15,000 for special events, and I know we approved the fireworks for half that. Did we pay it all and going to get reimbursed, or what was the deal on that?
Yes, you might notice in the income section, there was $7,500. About halfway down the page, not quite halfway down the page, under special events, it shows $7,500, and that was the reimbursement from CAPC.
Okay, great.
Motion seconded. No more questions. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition?
Aye.
Thank you, Kevin. There being none, the motion passes. Item number 2, executive session to discuss the hiring of an executive director. I need a motion moved to convene into executive session for the purpose of discussion the hiring of an executive director.
I move that we move into executive session to discuss hiring of an executive director.
Have a motion. I need a second.
I'll second.
Second by Carmen. Any discussion? So, do we vote on that day?
We need to vote to move into
Okay,
executive
we need to
session.
vote on this. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition?
Aye.
There being none, so moved. We're moving to executive session,
At 6:20 PM.
6:20 PM.
Yep, I'm here. Now, let's let the committee report and make a recommendation. And
Moving out of executive session, there will be no action taken at this time. Moving back into the regular portion of the meeting, commissioner comments. Cameron?
I have no comment.
Ms. Ruth?
Thank you. No comments other than, yes, I'm very pleased with the pavilion at Lake Leatherwood. I think that is just fabulous.
Thank you.
I'm really, really pleased with that happening. It's good visible, a good visible thing. People see it, they see that, they are attached to it emotionally. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank Scott because I have really appreciated seeing the fountain in Basin Park working the last few times I've been there.
Mr. Dave?
I have no comment at this time.
I myself want to thank you, Scott, for everything you've done the past 6 months. It's no comparison where we were a year ago, and I thank you for all the hard work.
Thank you.
It shows, and we have a beautiful town, beautiful park system. Thank you for that, all the commissioners for that matter.
Thank you.
As far as approval of the minutes from the regular last meeting, do we have those?
Good question. I don't think I actually ever sent them out, did I?
Didn't think I saw them.
I didn't see him.
Okay, all right, my fault. So
That's okay.
We'll have them for the next meeting.
All right, we'll table that to the next meeting. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Second, Susan, all in favor?
Aye.
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 This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.